Wait, when you said minimum. You said minimum? Is that what you said?
Yeah, this was minimum.
Wait, so when you say minimum security, what's a day like?
At that time,
security?
At that time.
Yeah, what's a day like?
Remember, 1987 in Boston, some inmate went home for a furlough and killed his mother. You guys are too young, and his uncle, and they lit the house on fire. So the governor of Boston declared no more fucking furloughs. I think Boston was having a lot of problems with furloughs.
So furloughs used to be a thing?
Furloughs was a thing.
They ask for it in movies, and they're always like, "You're crazy. You're never getting a furlough."
Yeah, exactly, because people...
Furlough was a thing. If you were a minimum model imprisonment and you lived there was a bunch of requirements.
Right.
Probably. They just don't say, yeah. That's why. You have to follow. There has to be a list with checkpoints and shit in those days.
But you weren't in a prison with furlough, were you?
No.
No.
I was in a prison that had a 20-minute you could leave the prison for every day if you were a certain level or higher and points or higher.
But wait, what was within 20 minutes? Like, was there a McDonald's?
Within 3 minutes, there was you ready for this? Come on, dog. Who do you think you're dealing with? There was a bodega that had everything. Ice cream, cheese. But the guy got stuff for prisoners to cook. His specialty was like cheese, or everything packaged that you could bring back and the prisoners could make sandwiches. They could make
Did they like X-ray it or something? Did they check it when you brought it back in?
You brought it to the thing, and he took it all out of the thing.
Oh, they were okay with the food?
Yeah, they had a security guard over at the bodega, and they had walkie-talkies. It was that close.
Got it.
And next to the bodega was a Chinese restaurant. But I would always ask them, anybody ever get Chinese food? And they would go, nah, man, it takes too long. And I go, wait a second. And one day I went to the bodega and I said, can I go on the Chinese? And the guy goes, yeah. I took a menu, and the next day I just called him. I said, listen, my name is Jose Diaz. I'm in Golden. I'm at Camp George West. When should I come? I gotta be there because I gotta be on time. She goes, you come 8 minutes, and I would go there and get like Szechuan beef.
What happens if you were late?
Then you get but you couldn't listen. If you were late a minute, there's the thing. They actually watched you walk.
Yeah.
So I want you. Let's say Camp George West was the Comedy Store. Okay. The bodega was a block before the Standard.
Oh, okay.
So even I could watch you walk. You know what I'm saying? So they would actually watch you. So there was a guy at the stand, and then there was a guy in the corner that all you had to do was get to 50 yards, 60 yards, cross the street, and there was another 30 yards. Then there was a guard there. The bodega run started at 9 a.m. and they went till 5. So
in the minimum security, what's a day like? Is it structured like they have it in a maximum? Do you know what I mean?
No. Okay, so when I turned myself in, they took me, I got arraigned. Boom, I got arrested. No, I'm not arrested. I get sentenced.
Yeah.
I go to county. You go to county, you do a little bit of paperwork. They talk to you for a day. Then they look you in the face and they go, listen, we're going to either send you to Missouri, Texas, or Oklahoma. Are you okay with that? And you go, I got no relatives there. You know, what the fuck am I going to do in Oklahoma? So I called my attorney, and then my attorney started pulling strings. That's where you really pay for your attorney. It's not
to get you in the prison you want.
To get you situated when you get in there. To be able to make calls to people to go, listen, he's sick, and he needs to be close to his aunt. Put him in Golden or whatever. So when I got into the system, I stayed in county for maybe, they told me I'd be there for 6 to 12 weeks. I was out of there in 3 days. And they wouldn't tell you where you're going because they don't want you calling home to get intercepted.
Right.
So in the morning, they just wake you up and go, pack your shit. And you're like, but I got a visitor coming at 4 in the afternoon. They're like, we don't give a fuck. We're moving it. It was crazy, bro. It was fucking crazy.
And then they moved you to Golden.
So then they moved me to Summit County Jail, which was like paradise, as David Lee Roth said. Okay, that was a handball court. You could wear your own clothes.
What?
TV till midnight. TV in your room. And
Jesus.
The guard went to fucking Pathmark at 9 for your shop. There was something. There was a supermarket. And you gave the guard money.
And he went and got stuff for you?
Sodas, potato chips, microwavable tacos.
So wait, so who gets to stay in that place?
People who were in county jail. So they would move us there, and Boulder would pay Summit County for me being there.
Right.
This is a county that they only DUIs, nobody kills people. It's a ski town. It was a ski resort town.
Yeah, but why didn't?
So it was August. So ain't nobody getting arrested in August.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody in town to get arrested.
Right.
So the jail's wide open. They have all these empty beds. So they shipped me to Summit. And when I got to Summit, they said to me, look, you might be here for fucking 90 days, 120 days, which I had no problem with.
Yeah.
I had a nice room. I had nice prisoners. And he went to Safeway every night and got your chips, sodas, cakes, white bread, cold cuts in a package. The dude was solid. So they told me, 6 to 8 weeks, whatever. I lasted there a week.
Oh,
They woke me up at 6. And I go, where am I going now? And they go, Canyon City, bitch. That's processing. They told me I wouldn't get processed till December. You know when I got processed?
Sounds like it was like 2 weeks later.
9 days later, maybe. I was already in Canyon City. When you get down there, you know you're down there. It's like when you go to upstate New York where they have all those prisons. Yeah. It's cloudy.
Yeah, everything's gray.
It's like Batman lives there.
Yeah,
Colorado's beautiful.
They have a lot of prisons in New York?
There's a part of New York that has Sing Sing and Dunham and oh my God, there's so many fucking prisons up there. I think there's when I was in Boulder, a girl that I hung out with her husband told me that her whole family, it was 3 generations of jails. Like all her brothers worked at the jail, her dad, her uncles.
I mean, listen, Joe, you know when my brother went to jail, that was the craziest thing for our family. It was fucking, when Jonathan went to jail, that was bananas. I mean,
bananas.
I remember going down.
And he didn't tell him till the end.
Oh, he didn't tell my parents until had to be maybe I don't know. I want to say it was not immediate. I want to say it was like a year.
How much time was he in there for?
He did, I think, a total of like 90 days.
Wait.
And there was one time we went and saw him. Danny and I went and saw him after he had been put in solitary, because he was up where there's that place up near Magic Mountain. There's that correction center up there, right? And he thought everybody was just having a good time, and a couple of the guards were making fun of people, and he thought they were all friends. And one of the guards said something to him, and he made fun of the guard, and the whole room just shut down. And they were like, "Are you fucking? If you do that, like, you can't do that shit." And they threw him in the fucking solitary. And then we saw him when he came out of solitary, and I had never seen him like that, dude. Like, we're Jews from, you know what I mean, from Massachusetts. Dude, when coming out of solitary, when I saw him, I was like, "Oh fuck!"
He was no Steve McQueen.
No, man, it was. I couldn't believe it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, this is real. Like, this is not good for him."
It destroys your family inside. It destroys your mother. It destroys your father. Thank God none of them were alive to see it for me. I saw what it did to my friends, man.
My brother told my parents, by the way, that the reason they couldn't call him is because he was in the desert with no phone reception, and my parents believed that. It was the stupidest.
Well, he was only doing 90 days. He could have said he was going to Bolivia for a student protest with his wife that country. You could say a lot of things for 90 days. In my situation...
Oh, he went back, because he fucked up parole.
Yeah, I know. You always go back.
Yeah, he went back.
You think... How long did they put him that time?
I want to say the same amount of time.
90 days.
Yeah,
they fuck with you, man.
Yeah.